I put in my 2 weeks notice. Got asked to make it 4 weeks notice, then got fired. I got a new better paying job offer closer to home with benefits about 4 months ago. I told my manager I was going to take this new job opportunity, and the manager and the boss gave me a raise to stay. Fast forward to today. The new job offer raises their initial offer, and now I want to take the new job. I let my manager know that I was going to be taking this job and putting in 3 weeks notice as my job is in a busy period and I wanted to help out. We were already short-staffed. Manager asks for 4 weeks. I say okay. 10 minutes later I get a call from my manager saying the owner wants today to be my last day and to finish up what I'm doing and leave for the day and not come back. Been 2 days now and no one other than my coworkers have reached out at all. I'm feeling shocked and disappointed at how this ended up. I had good relations with my bosses and spent 2 years with them. Worked really hard and dedicated so much time to them. I don't know why they were acting like that. Just wanted to have a professional departure and help out when needed, but now because the staff is already short, they would rather have me not there and struggle than have me there helping because I'm leaving. Could it be because I took the raise to stay and then I'm leaving months later after I got a better offer? Shouldn't they be happy for me that I'm trying to better my life? Just making me feel really bad about myself. Is this normal? TLDR, boss gave me a raise to not quit. 4 months later I get a better job offer and put in 3 weeks notice. Get asked to do 4 by manager. Owner has the manager call me and tell me to leave immediately and not come back during the busiest season. They don't give a fuck about you. Act accordingly. And sounds like you got fired. Collect unemployment until you start your new job and enjoy some time off. It's just business. They are taking it personally. Definitely file for unemployment, if only to force them having to deal with paperwork. Manager's thoughts. Cool, we can use 4 weeks to transition. Owner's reaction, fuck that guy. If he's quitting, pay him out and get him out before he convinces anyone else to leave. Manager, but I need to train a replacement. Owner, idgaff. And now you understand corporations. Never tell them anything. Really simple. They got hard feelings and wanted you out. Honestly, you did nothing wrong. You did a great job. Just move on. Preserve the relationships you can. Sometimes people are assholes. It's how it is played. A lot of employers don't let employees work their notice period because they're afraid that an employee with no fear of being fired may sabotage the company on their way out the door, and that is a thing that can happen, especially if the employee has been mistreated. The good news is that if your start date can't be moved up, you can file for unemployment for the remainder of the notice period and get a paid vacation. I got fired after 20 years because my manager of 4 months wanted his roommate to have my title. There's no such thing as professionalism. Don't agonize over it. Most Americans are under at-will employment. That works both ways. Never give notice. There are employers that are now lowering people's wages to minimum from the time they give notice. And that's legal. They didn't give you the courtesy of paying you a fair wage. Why do they deserve notice? Come on. Of course it's because they paid you more to stay 4 months ago and now you're leaving anyway. They thought they bought another year plus of your time. No. They don't really care about you bettering your life. They care about getting their business done as cheaply as possible. It's times like these where we should be leaving references of former employers. Owner is a selfish, manipulative, and petulant man-child who has no place owning a business since they can't handle rejection. despite being simultaneously unable to retain staff due to poor working conditions and lowballing pay. Sorry that your exit didn't go as planned. Hope you're good until the new job starts. Get that termination in writing, collect that unemployment. Same result if you had died. Never take a counteroffer. Most of the time they will keep you, just find a replacement on their terms. Your boss and manager are not your friend or family, remember that. I'm not sure about where you're from, but here, they would have to pay you for the time that is remaining on your notice. Yeah, like 8 years ago something similar happened to me. I tried to quit. They begged me to stay. I agreed and asked for us to review the situation after 4 weeks. The day before my meeting with HR they terminated the professional relationship effective immediately. They just needed me to stick around long enough to find and train my replacement, and that was it. Once you put in notice at a place, even when they ask you to stay, your days are numbered. They don't want an employee that wants to leave, but they also don't want to end up short-staffed. Sounds like you and I both learned the hard way. I feel like they purposely do this shit to try to fuck up your shit with the new company. Never give notice. Just get a new job, and the day you start the new job, no call no show on the old one. This also keeps you from having to go a prolonged time without a paycheck. Should they be happy for me? A normal person, yes. But people at work are not your friends. That goes both ways. I hope you now understand that corporations really don't give two thoughts about you or your career. While you are trying to play by the rules that they set forth, they have no intention of playing by the rules that they set forth. Act accordingly, because they will screw you over every single time. Never give notice unless yo shit already packed. Never take the counteroffer. That raise they offered was only going to last until they trained your replacement. Had you not accepted the offer, they would have walked you that day. The proof is in what they did when they knew the counteroffer would not stick. Count yourself fortunate you did not lose the opportunity with the new job. Work is work. They are not friends or family. Be polite. Be cordial, but remember, at the end of the day they are people you will not likely befriend outside of work. Look not to your employer for kindness, but for numbers. For that is how they see you. When will people learn not to bend over backwards for your employer if it doesn't serve you? This manager has to deal with an owner who would rather be petty than retain staff when needed. If I were this manager, I'd be looking for a new job as well. If they laid you off, they would say it's just business. That line goes two ways. You got a better offer. It's just business. Fuck 'em. People you work with and for are not your friends. Please stop treating them as such. Actually, by firing you, you're now eligible for unemployment. This would probably be more favorable because you wouldn't have been able to collect unemployment by resigning. And don't even fret about former coworkers not reaching out after you've left. Your job is a means to an end, and should be treated that way. You invest your time in order to get money, and you should never fall in love with your investment. Just remember that your former employer won't even remember who you are after a few weeks. I hope the new place works out great for you. Old place seemed to treat you like a piece of equipment until you made a human choice to have a better life, then decided to act like a hurt family member. It's disgusting and manipulative. If you've got anything for minor revenge in hand, go ahead and do it. Edit. It looks like you were technically fired without reason. So seek a lawyer and cash in. You did nothing wrong. You made a professional departure. But your employer was erratic and thoughtless. Your job is not your family. Expect nothing from them and you'll never be disappointed. Congrats on the free 3 weeks of unemployment pay before you start your new job. People will never learn that employers don't care about employees at all.